let's get straight into it. So I've been really thinking about how people succeed and how people don't succeed. What are the common traits? What are the uncommon traits? And there's a big thing that I've realized is to succeed takes one thing, and that's consistency. And consistency is something that, it's surface level, right? We can say, oh, hey, be consistent. But there's a lot of nuance that I want to start talking about in this video. So maybe it'll help you because I'm trying to apply that in my life right now. And somebody had actually asked that in the previous comment. But when it comes to consistency, you have to understand that you need to be consistent at the right things, not just be consistent just to be consistent. A lot of people will choose certain paths. Like, for example, when it comes to making money, they'll choose a certain path that doesn't align with their personality, it doesn't align with their spirit, and they'll try to be consistent and they'll fall off. Have you ever, I've felt that before where I'm doing something that's not natural to my ability, and yeah, I may be succeeding in it, but it's just not my natural path. It's not something that I could do all the time. The secret with really successful people, they're able to find the things that they can jog with where everyone else is sprinting, and they're still lapping the people who are sprinting. Imagine you're racing and it's so easy to you that even a jog, and someone's sprinting, you're just going around and around them, and they don't understand why. And the big reason for this is because they're able to find that thing that is just so simple, it's so intuitive to them that they're able to do it. You can look at some people, they're super good at writing, and they can just write all day, every day. They're just super interested in it. And you can see that they succeed in that thing because they're so consistent in it, because they enjoy it, and because they're naturally gifted at it, right? There's some people when it comes to finance, they're just really good with numbers. They understand it, they can dive into it every day, they don't get bored of it, and they just do it consistently to the point where they're just amazing at it. And other people are just trying so hard to get through it, and they just burn out and they just quit. That's the difference. You have to find something that is just natural to you, and it just takes experimentation. For example, you can be really, really good at playing the piano because you just put in the grind work. You put in the grind work. But somebody who's just naturally good at it and just can figure it out, you add instruction to that fire and they lap you. And you're like, man, this person just started 6 months ago. I've been doing this for 10 years and they're already better than me. It's because they found the thing that they can stay consistent in and that they're already somewhat good at. They have some intuition, right, with that thing. And so that's one part of consistency that most people don't understand. You have to be consistent at the right things, not just everything that you do. Find the things that you can put in minimal effort and get maximum return, and then just quadruple, if not quintuplet the effort. So that way you're just lapping people all around. And people are wondering, why is it so easy for them to do this? And it's so hard for me to do this. It's because you were born to do that thing. You had those skills already just intuitively. All it took was consistency. And now you're just going crazy. You know what I mean? Some people with entrepreneurship, they're just born to just do that, right? For example, when I was in high school, I just naturally gravitated towards entrepreneurship. I was like, I have to make money because I want to buy more food. It was an open lunch area, or open cafeteria, or what they call it. So people were buying food at different fast food restaurants, and I didn't have the money to do that because my parents just didn't have enough money for me to go, splurge like all my other classmates. So naturally what I did was, I was like, my parents are buying stuff in bulk at Costco. Let me try to flip that. If they're buying me Famous Amos cookies, let me go sell that. How much is it per unit? And I would look at it per unit. They're buying it for $8 and they're getting 20, 25, 30 of them. Wow, that's crazy. So if they're getting that, let's say it's 24, right? You divide it by 8, you're I could flip this for double the amount and keep the money because my parents already bought it for me to eat and I'm tired of it. So I would go sell those and I would be making $50, $60 a week, and I would just keep that to myself and I would use it for lunch. But that's entrepreneurship. I've been born to do that. Fitness, same thing. I go to the gym. It's natural to me. I look at a weight, I'll get big, and I naturally just understand the concepts of fitness as well, and I can teach it. So it's natural to me, right? Whereas somebody else, they could be in the gym 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They will never get close to what I look like or get close to what I know about it. I know nuances of fitness. I just don't know the basic information. You see what I'm saying? Same with entrepreneurship. I've done so many different things. I can kind of understand it at a high level. You know what I mean? You have to figure out that thing that you just know so well that you can be consistent and you can just bypass everything. The traditional rules don't apply to you. It's the same with fitness. Traditional fitness rules don't apply to me anymore, but I understand why now. I can I wouldn't say scientifically, but I can I can break it down in a way that makes sense to people logically, right? Why those rules don't work for me and how you can make sure that you get to a point where you can break those rules and still be okay, right? Like eating whatever you want, things like that. But that's what I'm saying. You need to get to a point where you find that thing. And a lot of y'all haven't found it yet because you're trying to force these. Maybe it's a business model. Like maybe it's drop shipping, but that's just not your gift. That's not what you should be doing. Maybe you're really good at talking to people and you should be selling. You should be in high ticket sales, selling products to people. Like there are things that you can be doing that allow for you to be consistent so you can be successful. Okay, now let's say that you found that thing. Now what's next? This is where most people get hung up too, and I've gotten hung up many times. They don't put clear goals that they want to reach, and they're afraid to put those goals down because they're not confident in themselves that they'll be able to achieve it. But when you're naturally good at something, your confidence for that thing skyrockets. So now you can actually put those goals down. But people usually stop at just goals. They're like, I want to make $1 million this year. I'm going to do it. Okay, well, what are the steps? What's the systems that you want to do? So, for example, if you want to make $1 million, well, how much is that? That's around $84,000 a month. How can I make $84,000 a month? Okay, let's pick something. If you're naturally really good at sales, okay, what can I sell that can help me get to $84,000 a month, right? And now it's high ticket, right? So now you got to look at things that are super expensive to sell. Okay, well, how many of those things should I be selling every single day to reach that monthly income, or every single week to hit that monthly income? What should I be doing every day? How should I be tracking leads? How many leads should I be getting every day? Who should I be reaching out to? How many people should I be reaching out to every day? You break it down in such a minute way that it's impossible for you to fail, because you literally have a roadmap for yourself on what to do. So you start off with this overarching goal. You figure out what it's going to take on let's say, a year time, right? If it's a goal for the year, you have that big goal. Then you look at quarterly. What targets do I need to hit quarterly to make sure I hit that goal, right? Then from there, you have to look at it from a monthly perspective. Okay, what targets do I need to hit monthly to achieve the quarterly goals, right? And then from there, you look at it weekly. What do I need to be doing? What targets should I be doing weekly to achieve those monthly goals? Then you have to look at it daily. What are the daily tasks that I need to do repeatedly every single day that's going to help me reach my weekly goals, that will help me reach my monthly goals, that will help me reach my quarterly goals, that will ultimately help me succeed in my final goal, which is $1 million for the year. That's how you create goals. That's how you structure systems. It's very simple. But a lot of people don't want to do that. And a lot of people are scared to do that because then they really get to see what the work is. Then you have to really be consistent with that thing all the time. But you'll be less scared of it if you're able to go in and actually take something that you're naturally good at, something that you can be consistent in, something that you have an unfair advantage from anyone else, and then magnify the actions to achieve those results. So I hope this video helped you guys. I was talking very high level. I didn't really give specifics till the end. But if this impacted you, if this changed the way you think, comment below, let me know. Give me more topics, man. I'm just spitting these out because I love doing this. This is one of my favorite things to do. Is just putting out content, trying to answer questions based on my experience, based on my perspective. So subscribe, comment, like, share this with everyone you know. Get somebody who needs this to really understand how they can achieve their goals and have a breakthrough. Appreciate you guys, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Talk to y'all soon.